Yo, what's going on, guys? J.Yumeko here. Today we're back with some more Doki Doki Literature Club side stories. So finally I have unlocked what I'm assuming to be the next two. So now that there's actually four of them, I've kind of confirmed that there are going to be like six of them. So at first I thought it was going to be like, okay, two trust, two understanding, and then two of whatever the next one was going to be, and those were going to be like the six. But no, it's like actually six separate ones just in two parts. So yeah, so it looks like I've unlocked now one with Natsuki and Monica, and then one with Sayori and Natsuki. So let's jump into it. Let's jump right on into respect. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the three club members so far, Monica, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has taken part in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all three of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the three find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening, and in walks a girl none of them have seen before.
Hi.
Sayori tugs excitedly at Monica's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club?
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club, still, so it's really exciting to see new faces.
Yeah. Come and sit down anywhere. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk.
I just woke up, so sorry if the voices sound really bad. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms onto it.
Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea.
Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monica follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all.
Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay.
Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to try something that I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading, or whatever other kind of literature.
You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe.
I have that vibe? I have what vibe?
Oh, you know, like... Never mind. I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard.
Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles.
I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I am an adult.
The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room.
Oh, that's Yuri.
Sayori lowers her voice.
She's kinda shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Oh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough, or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monica's is probably vanilla.
What the heck?
I take way too many online quizzes, and the ice cream ones are always so accurate. What's Yuri's favorite?
Natsuki shrugs.
Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri.
Still.
It's pretty chill here. Do you just like hang out, or do you actually do club stuff?
Well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet since we only have three members. So we kind of just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start, like, some more structured club activities. It's been a while now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into?
Well, I guess I'm... literature. Well, I like manga.
Manga?
Hey, why do you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club.
Wait, hold on a second.
That sounds so great. Like, after all, I've been doing all this,
Yuri returns to the desks with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk.
After all of the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't really mind doing something a little bit more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, then you just don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that.
Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in?
Well, not really.
In that case, have you considered the anime club?
Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga's literature, right?
I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically...
I get it. Look, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just, keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to. That's fine, right?
Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay?
Natsuki stands up.
Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then.
Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. I'm such a pushover.
Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun.
Maybe. I mean, she has, no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah. Wait, that's not related.
Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature.
Are you sure you don't just want to read her manga, Sayori?
Hey, who do you think I am?
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so...
Does that mean I bother you?
No, you're a pleasure to be around.
I was just fishing for a compliment.
I know.
But still, I really think we should give her a chance.
Yeah, alright. But I really am going to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly, the three of them hear a thump against the door.
What was that?
Sayori stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it.
Thank you.
Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Sayori giggles in excitement. While catching her breath, Natsuki replies.
There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them.
Monika anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monika's the first to arrive, but ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monika thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Oh man, so they really are just not on good terms, huh?
Need help? No, I got it.
Monika awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki's stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright-colored and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is empty. Maybe we could keep it up there?
I can't reach up there. That would be way too inconvenient.
Yeah, but... Monika sighs. The teachers are going to ask what all the manga's doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club.
So?
Monika backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room.
Good afternoon.
Sayori spins into the clubroom.
Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this.
Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic.
I found some money and got a cookie. Oh, that's so pretty.
As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye.
Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way! I saved up all my luck money to find that. I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Ooh.
Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks out of the clubroom. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Okay, so I think we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else. Well, maybe. Something tells me that... Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can equally enjoy? You know, like all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with.
Why does it feel that I'm being targeted here?
Natsuki, didn't you say that you would go along with whatever the club Natsuki, didn't you say that you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monica's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests that you could share with the club? I swear, I don't mind if... I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but I just... Natsuki cuts Monica off by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just gonna leave. But I really would appreciate if you would be more upfront about it.
Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Ooh. Dang, to imagine things would have been so heated. Like, I thought that was only the kind of rivalry that Yuri and Natsuki had, not her and Monica as well. Oh no. Sayori runs off after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. For the second time today, Monica slumps down into a desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could join so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So, maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't want to add to anything. You can go back to reading now. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh, well, great. I'm just running the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times we need it most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't that kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous? Ugh. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it. So I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling our confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where's the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, I mean... Amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Okay, let's get on to part 2. I can see why it's being called Respect now.
This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like you can find any members. Monica's usually really nice. She cares so much about people in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's not being busy... Maybe when she's not being busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm into manga? Why can't one person just accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on. That's condescending too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you.
Natsuki sighs.
I know. Thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's going to change your opinion of me. Like, even if you were convinced her to back off, that wouldn't really make me feel like I'm all that welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out, please? I mean, I'm vice president, or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy. So, I want to make that happen. For you. I was wondering, what was the reason that you decided to join the literature club? Well...
Natsuki hesitates.
It's kind of dumb. Aw, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me. So... Just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise.
Natsuki sighs.
I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I care about what everyone else thinks. But you know, the signs for the literature clubs said that you can be yourself or whatever. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. But that was a lie, apparently.
Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall.
Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monica? Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't just want to tell her something that she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would just be like everyone else and try to push me away from manga in favor of more mature things.
The two of them remain silent for a while. Sayori understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club for today at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome.
You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm gonna do everything I can to fix this. I promise.
It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet with their friends and make the most of their limited break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to try to find her during lunch so that she could make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica's afraid to get closer. Natsuki's with some friends whom Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them.
Oh yeah, did you end up joining the literature club or what? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I?
I totally knew she would join.
Come on, you know she only joined because she wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you I never wanted to join that stupid club.
Oh sure. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash.
True. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up, just let me do my thing.
I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book.
What, you're gonna buy your smutty fan fiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of it by now?
I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a past to joke about.
Yeah, sure.
They grow up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monica's direction, prompting Monica to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them, after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. After school ends, Monica distractedly makes her way to the clubroom. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monica picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling things that doesn't go, exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you can get to express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just, a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah. Natsuki has kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It's made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw her friends talking to her out in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her. Telling her to grow up and stuff like that. That the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad. Just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take it away from her? And when I thought that, it was just when I came to realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was just kind of trying to dismiss it. But then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead. I know, I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time. Monica shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm gonna get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah. I'll get them back by making sure that this literature club that Natsuki wants. By making sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want. Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monica and Yuri jump. With a rare, stern face, she marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her.
I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm the vice president.
Is this about Natsuki?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it.
Really?
I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened, and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her.
Oh, yay, I did it!
Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Friendship wins again. So, how do you want to make it up to her?
I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today?
I don't think she is.
I see. Monaco is afraid of that. Not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she's inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over, but that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the club meeting tomorrow?
I can do that.
Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Well, I guess for today, it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just going to read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here?
Sayori picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk.
Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. But she hasn't been coming to the club.
Actually, Monika's been...
Okay, Yuri, I'm sure that it was just someone else who was using this classroom then, okay?
Monika smiles at them both. Then, with a wave, she exits the clubroom. I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would really get awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. Keyboard. The time for the next club meeting has arrived already. Monika and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori's going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayori. You know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Monika sits, then stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room.
We're here!
Welcome back. Monika, the club president, stands up and greets him with a smile. Sayori picks up a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monika is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand at the front of the clubroom just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monika had, admittedly, so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the literature club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monika takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Monika turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today, we're going to learn from an expert about a unique form of literature, manga.
Oh, come on! Isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, so just...
Monika shakes her head. Natsuki. This is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough. Not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me to not take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it, and I realized how biased I was against manga. It's because it caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So, can I make it up to you?
Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her.
I was witness to that as well. This is the Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So, I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates.
But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into?
Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye.
If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me.
Sayori, you're not dumb either.
What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all.
Natsuki stands up.
Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that.
Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki.
Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready.
A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything?
Me? Not particularly. Why?
Oh, there was just something I wanted to show you, if you had a few minutes.
Sure, what is it?
It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room?
The music room? Why?
Well, you'll see. You know, I was thinking back. When the club room was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot about myself. Like, things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit.
Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just, brought a bunch of manga, and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it.
No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would have never realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected.
It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. And it really makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. And I'm being too entitled if I just want people to like me without having to hide away a bunch of stuff about myself. I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am.
As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has it been fighting against that? How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish that I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself, and I'm always trying to come off as perfect for other people. Anytime there's a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started to think about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it.
But like I said, I didn't even do anything.
You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monica takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga.
What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry. I think I just felt, kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it.
I can't believe you, of all people, would be reading manga behind my back. That's so funny.
Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But, one of the characters was in the literature club. What are the chances, right?
You were reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you really have good taste.
Just one volume. And I just kind of picked it out randomly.
Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me all your favorite parts.
Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate. Because the character isn't just in the literature club. She also plays piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wish I was. If I just did what I wanted instead of always second guessing myself. Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. I just felt like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing.
Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me.
No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought into my head, but it was you who inspired me to keep practicing every day.
Every day?
Because, you just make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, and I'm not really any good at it yet, at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah. That's all.
That was so good.
It was?
Yeah, are you kidding? You're already a pro.
Not even close.
Does the song have the name? You said it was about the club, so...
Yeah. It's called My Song, Your Note. Because everyone brings something unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But I was such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me. It should be about everyone. And it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that.
Well, I think it's really thoughtful and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club, and it makes me feel like I probably should apologize too. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So, yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right.
It's fine. I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you're thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing.
Well, I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit it's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now.
You got me. The closet's all yours.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return.
What kind of little something?
Oh, you'll see. but I don't think you'll be disappointed.
The next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. There we go, boys. So that was Respect. I just want to say first and foremost that I'm really sorry that I was just all over the place in my reading. I know I was stuttering a lot, messing up a lot of sentences. I really do apologize for that. It's obviously an early morning. Today is our final packing day before I'm getting ready to I'm moving actually tomorrow. So I just wanted to try and get this recorded, get something out there to hold you guys over for a little while. So yeah. But yeah, that's that. So that was a really nice one. It had little references to all the other ones when it was like, oh, the club is about building trust and understanding and respect. So now we're going to get to balance, and even then we still have 2 more to get. So my guess is that in your first run through, you're going to get these first 2, because I got these 2 when I played through Natsuki's route. Right now I'm going through Yuri's route, so then I got these 2, and then once I go through Sayori's route, I'll probably get the last 2. So let's go ahead and look through all this stuff. Oh, side stories. Thank you to everyone who's worked so hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monika's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all of the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here, and they're of the characters' lives here and there that differ a little from those in VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monika's more fundamental changes, or is it as a result of her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment, or for fun? So if I'm keeping track, we have what, like 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monika, of course. It's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality, they all are. As real as ours, anyway. So, this Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. So this has to be... So, if you guys don't know, Team Salvato is actually coming out with like another game that is like another horror game that people have theorized connects to Doki Doki Literature Club. And from the sounds of this, it seems like this Metaverse Enterprise Solutions is in some way monitoring like Monika and monitoring the different universes that she creates and destroys and overall the characters and all that. So it seems like there's some kind of watchful eye going on here. Let's check out. So we got this new one. This new one. Ooh, this one's really cool. I like that one. Let's see. And then finally we got this one. From the side story Respect. I love the addition of the music room as well. That was really cool to see like a new room there. And then obviously we have My Song, Your Note now. Alright, well, that is going to wrap it up for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little episode here. Oh man, these side stories just get better and better. So look forward to next time when it looks like we have an interaction between Sayori and Natsuki, who seem to be actually kind of hitting it off. They seem to be getting pretty close right off the bat here. So we're going to see what kind of goings on is going to go on. But that's going to be it for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the video to let me know. And if you like this video or any other videos or series on my channel, then I highly recommend that you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified whenever a new one of those videos comes out. That's all that I got for you this time, and I'll see you in the next video.